Hello, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Kurt, and welcome back to Far Lands or Bust. This is episode 300. Indeed. 300 episodes of Far... Oh, sorry, Wolfie. Oh, what a way to start. What a way to start indeed. Let's fix that. Happy 300th episode, Wolfie. You have gotten punched with a shovel. Let's get out of here really quickly, just in case. Oh, this might work splendidly. I had forgotten that way's east. We've been walking west. I'd forgotten kind of the area I had set up here. But I do have a little bit of an idea. Have a seat. For episode 300. I'm trying to consider a little build project. We're not going to do much, if any, walking in this episode. Something a little bit special to mark the occasion for episode 300. Usually the camera for the overviewer map. I'm trying to think of a place. I thought I was like surrounded by trees, but not that much. That's a cool area over there. Because I want to build something. I want to build something indeed. Have something to look at for the future overviewer map on farlandsorbust.com. As with episode 200, we did the trip to the Nether. So there's the pyramid, the Mayan-style pyramid with the Nether portal on top. So we mark these occasions. Episode 300. It's amazing. Today is Monday, September 30th. 3 is a big number here. Did I get 300,000 subscribers? No, not even close. I didn't anticipate that. I do appreciate people got very excited when I mentioned that. Oh, we should get Kurt to that. Getting subscribers is something that has to happen naturally. There's really can't be a subscriber drive. But yeah, episode 300, and I suppose this is actually a pretty amazing place. This is exactly, I think, what I need. Although it is a little bit not... Oh, dang it. A little bit non-symmetrical over here. This might work. Or here. This feels a little bit too hidden, maybe, unless I bring it up. I should just get with the business. I should get with the business, but first, the most important business is raising money for Child's Play charity over at farlandsorbust.com. We're at $46,150 flat over at farlandsorbust.com, raised for Child's Play charity this season. And that goes to get toys, books, games to kids in hospitals around the world. A great cause for gamers to get behind. Keep doing that. I appreciate it. You know what? I'm scoping the area. I will be out with the beans. The beans will be out. This being episode 300, not heading back to the Nether, not going caving for diamonds or anything, but similarly, I teased that we are going to do something, and we are going to hopefully see something that we have not seen for a long, long time. We are going to go try to set our eyes on some bedrock, which means we are going to dig a deep shaft, if you will, and kind of a very loosely connected with 300. For those of you who are familiar with the movie 300, is the Spartan movie, action movie, and one famous scene that has been replicated in memes and jokes throughout the interwebs and elsewhere is in the beginning. What's his name? I forgot his name. The main king guy ends up kicking a guy for whatever reason. There's a giant pit at the openings of Sparta. In the town hall of Sparta. Maybe it's a well, I don't know. Maybe it's just a place that exists for kicking down enemies. This is Sparta, and then kicks a guy down the endless pit. So I figure we will dig an endless pit, either right here. The reason I chose this as a hidey hole is I felt there was already kind of a pit started here, but I feel like this is a little bit hard to see. Also, maybe not the most opportune place to do it, right next to your hidey hole. Also, I wanted to make sure it would be visible from, say, that 45-degree angle at which we get our overviewer map whenever we press F3, and then we try to at least render another overviewer map. so we could see all the monuments and places we have seen. So I think this, whoops, home row, this pit is a good place to start. I'm thinking of doing a 4x4. Let me, I do not have any, like, stone. Let me first, I need to protect Wolfie is the first thing I do, so that is why I made fences. I'm going to need to make a lot more, actually, so let's... Whew, I'm not used to building. I'm not used to being productive in Far Lands or Bust. So let's do this. The click drag doesn't exist in Minecraft Beta 173. Alright, let's make just a little bit of a dog house, if you will, and I will. Yeah, I suppose right around here would be good. Do fence gates? Do fence gates? Do fence gates exist in this version of Minecraft? No, they do not. Or was it the other way around? I don't know how to make fence gates. Nope, fence gates. Not existent in this version of the game. I don't think dogs could walk through doors anyway. Alright, so let's just make a little pen, I suppose, for Wolfie's safekeeping, so that he does not venture far. So we do not lose him, just in case. I don't know what I'm going to come across, but it would be nice if he remained in good hands. So Wolfie, I say after I wang him upside the head with a shovel to start the episode. Yeah, come over here, guy. Yep. Oh, no. All right, yeah, I'm just going to sit you down, and I'm going to slowly push you into this area. Very nice. And then we are going to 1, 2, 3. Perfect. Sorry. Here, let me feed you another one of these. Can I reach you? Yes. Well done. All right, you're in good hands right there. Technically, you could teleport, I know, but we'll just make sure you don't wander off. So yeah, I need to start digging. Yeah, I feel like let me make an easy pathway that I can actually get up and down from the hidey hole to my building area. But to be honest, I'm not particularly a fan of the film 300. It was entertaining and blood and guts and medieval, not even medieval, but Roman warfare and manliness and shirtless abs. But beyond that, it was like, it was a movie. So it's a loose connection between this and the movie 300. I just felt it would be appropriate, and I felt like I wanted to see some Bedrock. We saw Bedrock before. Actually, I want to get rid of this. Before we set off for the Far Lands, we did a little bit caving expedition, and we discovered the diamonds that went to creating the diamond sword of spawn pointiness. I feel like, yeah, okay, I'm gonna do a 2x2 hole, and then, God, these cows are gonna freak me out is the problem. A 2x2 hole, and then maybe surround it with cobblestone, so it's actually visible. Oh my God, the sun's already going down. Kurt, you are incredibly inefficient. You know what, maybe I should, what I should do, something else I don't do that often, is build a door, since we're going to be going in and out of the hidey hole very often. Is this right? Yes. Door on a hidey hole. That's something you don't see all the time. Let's do that. I guess I don't need these 2 beds today. But oh well. That was either. Okay, I'm going to need more pickaxes, so let's make a couple pickaxes, just to have those on me. Indeed. So yeah, I suppose this is going to be difficult because I normally do not talk and build and commentate at the same time. So excuse me if the 300th episode of Far Lands or Bust is the worst due to my poor commentary skills, but I'll try. I suppose I want to do somebody who gave a donation to farlandsorbust.com, or to Child's Play Charity, excuse me, through farlandsorbust.com, left a very lengthy comment saying, episode 300 is coming up, and it seems a great time to do a recap episode. A list of topics. What is Child's Play Charity? Learn more at childsplaycharity.org. They get toys, books, and games to kids in hospitals around the world. They also have information at farlandswest.com as to why I chose Child's Play Charity, why I think you should support Child's Play Charity. But it's a great cause for gamers to give back. What are the Farlands? A very far place away, where the train generation goes to heck. Why Minecraft Beta 173? Because I have to go to sleep, that's why. And awakeness. And do I remember how to use doorsness? Why Minecraft Beta 1.7.3? Well, because... Hold on, I'm just making sure like no creepers are going to drop down on me. They updated the terrain generation. All right, here we go. Oh, already we're at the stone. Very nice. They updated the terrain generation in Beta 1.8 for the adventure update, if you will. Oh no, I hear zombies already. That's another problem. I could run into some caves, at which point I believe I'm going to close off whatever entrances. Oh, this is also problematic. I don't need cave-ins. Alright. Maybe a recap episode isn't the good time to do this. Oh, I hear skeletons too. Alright guys, you just go about your days. Hopefully I'm just going next to a cave and I'm not going to actually intersect with it. So that's why I continued to play, sorry, in Minecraft Beta 173. What texture pack? I use a texture pack. Oh, hi! Okay, I have a... Oh, I hear, like, fire as well. Alright, Wolfie does not respond to arrows. This is problems. Alright, I have some gravel, so I can continue kind of protecting myself like that. Ha. This isn't good. Okay, yeah. Okay, now I can do this. And then if I can reach... Yes! Alright, I think we are safe. At least... from that direction. The Iron Curtain takes no damage. At which point I suppose I should fall into the water. Very good. Alright. Woo! Probably should have closed off the top, and probably should have been placing torches. Should I not have? I'm not very smart. Alright, you know what? I don't need water, but thank you. Alright, continuing downwards. Texture pack is in the video description, made by Axis One. Recently asked the question last episode about becoming a teacher. Not that I had too much advice to supply for that. But yes, it is the official Farlands or Bust texture pack. Made it way back in the day when I started, I suppose it was prior to taking questions from Farlanders. I was running out of things to talk about, so I'm like, oh, that's bad. I could turn this series into a texture pack feature series, and that lasted all of like 3 episodes. So, Axis One took my favorite texture pack features and turned them into my own texture pack for Farlands or Bust, which is what I have been using. I'm a little bit concerned about what might be down here. So I'm all out of gravel. Dang. Alright. I still hear that skeleton, so I guess we'll be ready. Hi. Alright, we're safe. I do have to remember that there is lava right there. Oh, I'm an idiot. What I should have made, dang it, was a bunch of ladders, so I can make my way back up. Duh, Kurt. What are you thinking, guy? Alright, so these need to come out. I did bring a bed, so I can sleep down here if I need to. You know what, let's keep this open. Maybe we'll need to sleep down here. Alright. What time is it? I can consult The Golden Clock of Destiny. I never get to consult the Golden Clock of Destiny. All right, so the shaft is right there. Careful of lava. All right, we're good. All right, this worries me a bit. So be ready with the block. Or maybe I should do this just in case. Okay, that's fine. Okay, continuing downwards. To be honest, I was about to press F3 to see how far down I was. We'll not be doing that. Oh, the sun is perfectly above us. This is gonna go quicker than I thought. What else questions? Why do I have glowstone and netherrack? Because in episode 200, I went to the nether for the first and last time. And I gathered those things to take with me to the next F3 monument. Whenever we reach the goal for Child's Play Charity is when I press F3. Not when I need to check the depth of the shaft of 300 episodes, I guess. I should choose a different name. The shaft of 300 episodes is a different thing. What else? Oh, and he had his own questions. When can we hope to see more Farlands or Bust flashbacks? If you were around this morning, I had a brand new Farlands or Bust flashback. It was actually it was the first Farlands or Bust flashback since episode 200. And this one I went back to, staying with the... What was that? I heard a noise. Staying with the theme of threes, I went back to episode 3, and that was when I first encountered a creeper, and went down to 1.5 hearts, and it was kind of a funny experience. That was when I just... Oh, I hear splashing. I hear a lot of splashing. When I just started building the spawn cabin house, is when I ran into that creeper when I was building the foundation. He's like, "Can I help?" So that was funny. It's always funny to go back to those early episodes to see how awkward and nervous... Oh, we're at the redstone layer, guys. We're getting close to bedrock. Oh, we've got some gravel. That's always frightening. I suppose it still is a potentiality. People keep wanting me to go caving to get more... Oh, okay. No, this is bad. This is very bad, actually. Let's do that. Ha, 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 ha. Okay. Phew, my heart was beating much quicker than it normally does right then and there. Okay, guys, this is a little bit more dangerous than I had anticipated. Whew. Okay, my heart sank. I have not died in Farlands or Bust, by the way. How am I gonna do this without killing myself? I should probably lift myself up a block and then dig over a bit. And then, yeah, that was a good idea to lift myself up a block, and then I can't block that off for some reason. Huh. Kurt, what have you gotten yourself into here? Alright, let's do that. And then... What time is it? Sun is going to start setting. Okay, that's fine. Okay. Huh. Yeah, this is problems. Alright, I suppose what I can do... Oh, no. Ha, 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 phew, ha. Maybe we will not be seeing bedrock today, guys. This is a problem and a half. Okay, what happens? Is that like a source block? Will that turn... No. If I'm quick with it, maybe if I'm quick with it. Alright, hold on. I am going to move that next to that. Maybe that will turn into obsidian and we'll be good. Yeah, alright, now we're good, now we're good. Whew, okay. Oh, this is going so much easier than I thought it would go. Lava everywhere. So yeah, we had a Farlands or Bust flashback, sorry. And then also, they mentioned that they seem to be disappearing along with snarky yellow text. Oh, this one is one I gotta be quick with, okay. There we go, alright. Doing good. This is getting much more dangerous. Let's place a block there. And a block there for safekeeping, excuse me. Ha! Oh, that scared me. Okay. Okay, that's safe-ish. What is that? That is lava. Oh, I should be quick. Oh, dang it, Kurt. Let's, Aha! I know how to deal with you, lava. Oh yeah, they mentioned the disappearing snarky yellow text. I've mentioned this before. To be honest, snarky yellow text was a thing I started doing because I was kind of not very good at commentary or making my own jokes. Oh dear, the sun, it goes down. Can we climb back? Oh, where was that opening? Oh, it was way up there. Alright, maybe we could climb back up, place a bed in there. Maybe I should light this up so stuff doesn't spawn down here. That's a good idea. Oh gosh, getting really dark. I started doing that because I started thinking of jokes while I was editing, after the fact, because I wasn't very good at commentary right away. And so I started adding those things in as, like, these are jokes I would make if I had thought of them at the time. But as I've gotten more used to commentary, I suppose a little bit more experienced, I start making these jokes myself. So when I mess up, like, saying a word, I, like, actually, you know, myself am making fun of myself. Yeah, it's properly dark out. Let's go to sleep. We'll have to leave this bed here because this is going to be our new spawn. Let's light it up, actually. And then we'll continue digging in the morning. And awakeness. And shaft of 300 episodes in this. Oh, man. So yeah, I've noted that I've started making these jokes myself, so I don't need snarky yellow text as much. Makes an appearance every now and again when I need to, like, correct myself or update information. There that goes. But otherwise, I'm finding that I make the jokes myself. So it also perhaps is a little bit of laziness. It really extends the editing time when you have to watch an entire episode again. Dang it, Kurt. When you have to watch an entire episode again. Oh, okay, this will do it. Oh. Why is that flowing water? Oh, there's an open block under me. That's interesting. Okay. People say I don't need to be carrying water around with me all this time. So yeah, sorry. That's snarky yellow text in a nutshell. Haha, I don't like this gravel. I feel like it's all going to collapse around me. Bedrock! Bedrock, everybody! I'm also wondering if, I think it was fixed in this version, but there, oh, is that, I think that's where lava is. But there was a version of the game where void holes were a problem. Like, you could make it down to bedrock, and because the bedrock layer was so thin, sometimes you could find a spot that your character could fit through and fall into the void. The void is the place underneath the world where you just fall until you die. They fixed that in an update. It might have been prior to this, so I think that might not be a problem here. Oh, okay. So what happens if I do that? Okay. And this? Aha. Alright. Thank you, I'll take that back. Sorry, I'm being extraordinarily careful here. That would not be careful of me to do. Even though I think I already placed that block. Yeah, alright. Alright! Sorry. I don't think void... Avoid the void. Void holes are a problem in this version. Although I'm just going to dig stuff out to check. Ooh, void? No, okay. Bedrock, everybody! Would have been interesting to find some diamond, maybe. but that does not appear to be the case. I do not believe I have enough anything to make ladders all the way up, so I'm gonna have to pillar up, which kind of ruins the actual complete, complete 4 or 2x2 mine shaft here. Shaft, shut your mouth. So bedrock. So there we go. You can't obviously collect bedrock. So this was kind of just a little bit of a fun little experiment. So let's get back up. This might have to be a 4-day episode, maybe. I don't know. I wonder. I almost feel like digging a staircase back up, but that's just a terrible, terrible, terrible idea. So let's go. I don't know why that was like a 2-block drop. I don't know why I'm like nervous about the void fog now that I've talked about it. Let's pillar back up. Maybe just for the sake of it. Okay, that's the lava layer. Let's just do a little bit of cheaty branch mining to see. I do hear that skeleton still, so I gotta be careful. And this whole thing kind of scares me a bit. Let's do a little bit of... just to see if there happen to be any diamonds. If there would happen to be any diamonds at all. Of course, I have to also be careful if there's any... Lava doesn't make a noise in this version of the game is the problem with that. That's iron. No diamonds, I'm afraid. No diamonds. Careful, Kurt. What are you doing? You're getting greedy. Oh, yes, you're getting very greedy. Ha. Okay. No. Okay. All right. That's it. We're going back up. Going back up. Why is that still flowing? Stop flowing. You're done. You're done flowing. Oh, I'm an idiot. Yes, we've had our fun. Episode 300. Woo! Let's go back up. Beep, bop, beep, boop. Oh, gotta get rid of this. Bump, 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 bump. Yeah, we're good. Beep. Alright, we're gonna keep that there. Of course, if I do die and spawn back there... Okay, so we do have to reset our spawn back in the standard hidey hole upstairs. Because if I were to die down there, then I would not be able to get back up, because I do not have any tools for which to do such things. Is that... Oh, what is that? I don't want to get shot down here either. For safety's sake, let's do that. Ha. Alright, is anybody evil up here? Anybody wish me ill will? Ill will! No? Nobody? Alright. Ha. That was stressful. I don't want to do that again either. That almost is even more dangerous than going to the nether, to be quite honest with you. Ha. I suppose we should let it be open to the world, and then make it visible for ourselves. Like this. And then why not? Why not like this? And then we can kick our enemies to the bowels of the Minecraft earth. To the bedrock. To the bottom. To the absolute bottom. Bottom. Of our Farlands Abust world here. It's kind of a crummy, what are these things called? These are called... What are these things called? They're called something. Wells, a water well. The sun is kind of going down. I do want to kind of... Maybe I should... surround it with this stuff. I don't... Is it me? Yeah, it goes quicker. Or it doesn't. Wow, these things are impossible to break. You know what? I'm just going to make new ones. Wolfie agrees. He's like, no, this is mine. This will be also a monument. Our little Wolfie's doghouse. Hi. Sorry you couldn't join me on that little adventure. It was frightening. You did not want to join me. All right, let's do this. Let's make more fences. I feel like this was an interesting, although odd and unusual, episode 300 of Far Lands or Bust. I was going to note that Far Lands or Bust started on March 6th, 2011, which is crazy and nuts that we've been doing this long. We started walking, technically, during episode 11. Dang it! So, not quite 300 episodes of walking to the Far Lands, quite yet, but close enough. Is 2 more all I need? 2 more is all I need. Alright, so let's close that off for safety, for OSHA standards compliance. We went down, we saw some bedrock, and not much else, and almost died. Almost died. So let's make a sign to mark the occasion, and then we will call this episode 300. After 300 episodes, our world save is at, I checked before I started recording, 9,438 megabytes for our world save. Just also a crazy thing. Let's do the sign actually right here. Hey. Fences take up an entire block. How about that? Yeah, I can't walk. So let's, I was gonna put this at like an angle. Angle. This is the shaft of 300 episodes! Exclamation point. And this was on Monday, September 30th, 2013. Far Lands or Bust. Boop. What is that? What is splashing? The shaft of 300 episodes, September 30th, 2013. Far Lands or Bust. I hope you enjoyed. I hope you freaked out as much I did about my safety and well-being. That was an ill-advised little trip, but we did it. Let's make some arrows here, because why not? And then have 3 left over. Dang it! Wolfie is going to spend the night in his comfortable little fenced-off area there. It's luxury this night. The last couple nights there, Wolfie. That is all there. Very magical. Oh, you can notice that signs are entities and not part of the actual world terrain. So it's jittery, anti-jittery actually, with the floating point precision error. That's kind of funny. Ooh, that's way off. Look at that. That's crazy. So is Wolfie. Wolfie is also like that. The world is jittery. He's not. So let's go down into our hidey hole with a door. Whew. All right. Weird episode, but 300 episodes. It's crazy. I do appreciate everybody for sticking around this long and donating to Child's Play charity. That's what keeps me going this long as I have, and I look forward to an additional 300 episodes. It's going to be a long journey until we even consider that we are anywhere within the realm of the Far Lands. I am going to have to get rid of a lot of this miscellaneous stuff I picked up on this adventure today. Oh, I should actually make one more bed so that we can have a proper episode 301. Very nice. And let's make a boat while we're at it, just in case. Woo! 300 episodes of Far Lands or Bust. I do appreciate it. Keep going to farlandsorbust.com to donate to Child's Play charity, getting toys, books, and games to kids in hospitals around the world. And they will have as much fun, perhaps, maybe in Minecraft, but other games as well, and toys and books and whatnot, as we had today. Whew, my heart actually sank when that lava started to surround me. So, until the next time, thank you so much for watching. My name is Kurt. I will see you next time.